I don't want to get too messy today. I'm going out for lunch with a friend, but I've decided to do a bit more to the attic just before I go out. I'm going to fix the door, see if I can get that on there. I've just been checking my storyline to make sure that I've got the details right, because I'm a bit of a detail hound and I want to make sure that it matches with the story. So I'm going to be covering the door with some wallpaper, peeling it off and having some boarded up bits on it too. So we'll see how that goes. This is the wallpaper I'm using. Obviously it's not going to be that pristine when I've finished with it, but it will do for the nursery because it's quite a sweet pattern and it's pinks and the girls are in the attic bedroom, so I think that's appropriate. So the door is in. You can probably see this is obviously where I've peeled away the wallpaper and has found the door underneath. I mean, it's pretty hard to disguise the fact that there was a door underneath there, but if you think that it would have been behind a very heavy bookcase, then it would easily have, you probably wouldn't have noticed it, to be honest. And yes, there is a gap under the door, but I am going to put some skirting all the way along, because if you're going to disguise the fact there was ever a door there, you're going to put some skirting across and make it look like it was never there. And this beam up here I'm going to turn into like an attic beam, so I'll paint that, stain it, do something with it just to make it look old, and then this obviously will be papered and then I'll do the floor. So that's the next sort of job I've got to do. Obviously this side of the room, which is the box room, has not been done yet, but I'm thinking about what exactly to do in there. This board did warp a little bit when I put the wallpaper on it, but I think if I'm going to put something on this side of it, then if I weight it, it should go a bit flatter after that. But yeah, overall fairly happy with it. So the beam stained up quite well. It was bare wood, so it's taking the stain really well. It obviously doesn't matter about this bit on the top because that'll be hidden by the roof line anyway once the roof is back on. But yeah, I'm happy with that because it looks like an old beam now rather than just being a piece of wood in a doll's house. So it all helps towards the atmosphere of the house. So when you've got a blank canvas like this, I always start by sanding, just because it's the paint keeps stick. It's just how I've always done all my rooms, especially with this wood because it's a bit on the shiny side. So I will be sticking my mask on and sanding all the areas that are still plain wood. So starting this out like I start all my projects, which is a very, very basic coat of white paint for the walls and a brown coat for the floor. This is just so that if the wallpaper doesn't, if it peels away, because it's an old place, then you haven't got completely wood wall showing, and you don't, and again if there's floorboards on the floor, there's no wood, bare wood showing through with the cracks and everything if in the floorboards. It's just a very, very basic thing just to give it a bit of colour. So the petition is in. I haven't fixed it in place because obviously I want to do the flooring and everything, and I won't want to be able to get at stuff to actually put the wallpaper in and everything. I added these beams just as a bit of interest, and there's the skirting as well. People might be looking at that and thinking, well, how would you open the door? But the door goes inwards, not outwards, so that's why the skirting board wouldn't stop you from getting into that room. You just have to step over it to get in there. And then this is the other side, which is the former guest room, which obviously had some problems. If you've read the story, you'll know what happened. And then hopefully I'm going to get this done in the next few days. I'm thinking about putting a false wall in here and having a window just with some lights behind, just to give it a bit of light for when the body is discovered, so that you can see what's going on there. Obviously it's missing its skirting board down here, but that will get done soon. So yeah, that's about all the progress for today.